Adaptive Cruise Control brings useful, adaptive features to the standard speed control system, which maintains a selected speed in continuous flowing highway traffic. With Adaptive Cruise Control, or ACC, you can also maintain a set distance between you and the driver in front of you. ACC uses a radar sensor behind the front bumper and a camera in the upper center of the windshield to detect vehicles ahead of you. This feature is not designed for use in heavy traffic. To activate ACC, push the on-off button on your steering wheel. An indicator light in your instrument cluster will let you know the system is active. First, accelerate to the speed you want to maintain. Then push and release the set switch up or down to set the speed. Take your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will cruise at the speed you've selected. To adjust your set speed incrementally while cruising, simply tap the set switch up or down. Or push and hold the set switch, and the set speed will increase or decrease until you release it. The switch's first position adjusts the speed in 1 mile per hour or 1 kilometer per hour increments. Push the switch to the second position for 5 mile per hour or 5 kilometer per hour increments. To disengage the speed control, simply tap the brake pedal. This will not erase your set speed memory. To resume set speed, accelerate to a speed close to the set speed, then push and release the res or resume button. If you do want to erase the set speed memory, push the on-off button or turn the engine off. Now let's look at the adaptive part of Adaptive Cruise Control. When set distance is engaged, you'll see the set distance icon in your instrument cluster. The system defaults to the maximum distance setting. Each time you push the distance button, the distance setting will decrease until it cycles back to the maximum setting. The last used distance setting will be stored when the system is turned off and recalled when it's turned back on again. If the system detects a slower vehicle ahead, the vehicle icon will change from gray to white. The system will override your set speed and maintain a set distance between you and the driver in front of you without having to constantly reset your speed. To deactivate ACC, push the ACC on-off button again. It's best to leave the system off when not in use. If equipped, blind spot monitoring, or BSM, uses 2 sensors in the rear bumper to let you know when other drivers enter your blind spot zones from the rear, front, or side. When you start the engine, BSM warning light will shine in both outside mirrors to confirm activation. The BSM detection zone covers about 1 lane on either side of you. The zone starts at each outside mirror and extends back toward the rear. The system activates when your speed reaches about 6 miles per hour or 10 kilometers per hour. If an object enters the blind spot zone from either side of the vehicle, the BSM light will appear in the corresponding outside mirror. A warning will also be issued if a driver comes up from behind, or if you use your turn signal in a direction where the system senses another driver in that detection zone. If the difference in speed between you and the other driver is greater than 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour, a warning will not be issued. To ensure system function, always keep the rear bumper free of snow, mud, or other debris. Don't block the area with foreign objects like bumper stickers or bicycle racks. The rear cross-path system uses blind spot monitoring in reverse to help you back up in parking lots or other reduced visibility situations. The RCP system monitors the rear detection areas on both sides of the vehicle. If an object moves toward you at a speed below 21 miles per hour or 35 kilometers per hour, the RCP system will issue a visual and acoustic warning. BSM may occasionally issue an alert on stationary objects like guardrails, posts, foliage, etc. This is normal operation and your vehicle does not require service. BSM will not alert you to objects traveling in the opposite direction in adjacent lanes. You can turn the system on or off through the Connect system. Forward collision warning can alert you to potential front-end collisions. The system is designed to help prevent or reduce the effects of a potential accident. The system uses a radar behind the front bumper and a camera mounted in the center of the windshield. It activates at speeds above 4 miles per hour or 7 kilometers per hour, or lower than 124 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour. You can select the type of warning you want in the Connect system. Select Warning and Brake for limited automatic braking, along with audio and visual warnings. If you select Warning and Brake, the system will automatically apply additional braking force anytime it determines a potential collision and deems driver brake pressure insufficient. When only Warning is selected and the system is active, it provides no limited braking, but if equipped, does guarantee automatic braking or active braking. The forward collision warning system can be set to far, medium, or near, and can also be deactivated using the Connect system. Following a deactivation, the system will not warn the driver about a possible collision regardless of the setting selected. Remember, forward collision warning is not designed to avoid a collision on its own, and it can't detect every possible type of collision. The driver is responsible for collision avoidance via braking and steering. The Connect system lets you use Bluetooth devices through your infotainment system. Each of these devices will need to be paired with the system before you can play them. Push the Option button while in the phone or media menus, or push the Menu button and select Settings. From there, choose Infotainment. Select Bluetooth Settings, then Add Device. Now find and choose the Connect system on the Bluetooth menu of your connectable device. You may be asked to confirm the connection on your device as well as the Connect system screen. You should see a number on each device screen, and those numbers should match. A progress screen may appear during the connection, and when your mobile device appears on Connect, go ahead and select it. You can now use your phone or other connectable device via Connect. The Alpha DNA system lets you select different response modes according to driving style and road conditions. You'll find the control on the center console. A corresponding light on the control switch and a color indication on the instrument panel let you know which driving mode has been selected. In D or dynamic mode, you'll experience a sportier feel, greater stability, and higher accelerator pedal sensitivity. Handling may feel less fluid and comfortable. Use N or normal mode to drive in normal conditions. This mode ensures the best driving comfort. Engine and transmission are set up for standard responses. A or advanced efficiency mode supports driving in poor traction conditions like rain or snow. If equipped, race mode improves agility. It significantly increases accelerator sensitivity, and again, the feel may be a bit less fluid and comfortable. This mode is recommended for track driving. Caution should be used in this mode. The DNA system reverts to its last used mode on engine restart. It does not automatically revert to normal mode. The one exception here is race mode. If you turn the ignition off while in race mode, the vehicle will switch to dynamic mode on restart. The climate control system can automatically maintain independent comfort levels for the driver and passenger, even under changing weather conditions. Use the temperature control knobs to set the desired temperature for the driver and the passenger sides. Then press the corresponding auto buttons, and the system will automatically maintain that comfort level via the heating and air conditioning systems. You can change the set temperatures at any time during automatic operation, or turn the rear defroster, air conditioning, or air recirculation features on or off, or push sync to synchronize the driver and passenger temperatures. The system will adjust to accommodate each new request. Speaking of air recirculation, this feature can keep odors and traffic exhaust out of your cabin. It will also optimize cooling when you first turn on the AC. Air recirculation has 3 modes: automatic, forced activation, and forced deactivation. Press the button once for automatic recirculation. The left side indicator will light up. This mode leaves your auto climate feature in control of recirculation. Press it again for forced activation. The indicator on the right will illuminate. In this mode, recirculation is always on. Press the button a third time and both indicator lights will illuminate to let you know you're in forced deactivation mode, which always lets outside air circulate through your system. For manual system operation, adjust the controls to your desired settings. To turn the air conditioning on or off in manual mode, push the air conditioning button in the center of the blower speed knob. Push the front defrost button to activate the front window defrost. Push the rear defrost button to activate the rear window defrost. Keep in mind, you cannot use defrost and air recirculation at the same time. To turn the climate controls off, turn the fan speed control all the way counterclockwise. The off message will appear on your Connect radio screen. Your new vehicle is equipped with an electric park brake system, or EPB. Now, unlike conventional park brakes, the electric park brake not only offers simple operation, it includes some additional features that make this park brake more convenient and useful. As you know, the park brake is primarily intended to prevent the vehicle from rolling while parked. So before leaving the vehicle, make sure that the park brake is applied. Also, make sure to leave the transmission in park. You can engage it manually by pulling up on the electric park brake switch located in the center console. If anything accidentally pushes down on the EPB switch, it will not activate the system. The switch must be pulled upward. You can also have the park brake engage automatically every time you put the vehicle in park by enabling the automatic parking brake feature in the Connect Settings option on the main menu under Driver Assistance. Here's a quick note though. You may hear a slight whirring sound from the back of the vehicle while the park brake engages or disengages. This is normal EPB operation. And if your foot is on the brake pedal while you apply the park brake, you may notice a small amount of brake pedal movement. This is also normal. Once the park brake is fully engaged, the brake warning lamp in the instrument cluster and the LED indicator on the switch will illuminate if the ignition is in on-run mode. If the ignition is off, the brake warning lamp will not illuminate. Keep in mind, though, that the park brake can only be released when the ignition switch is in on-run mode. To release the park brake manually, the ignition switch must be in on-run mode. Put your foot on the brake pedal and push the park brake switch down momentarily. Once the park brake is fully disengaged, the brake lamp and LED indicator will go out. Now, under normal circumstances, you should never engage the park brake while driving. However, rare and exceptional circumstances may make this necessary. To engage the park brake while in motion, pull the EPB switch up and maintain upward pressure for as long as necessary. The brake warning lamp will appear and you'll hear a warning chime. The rear stop lamps will also be illuminated automatically while the vehicle remains in motion. To disengage the park brake while in motion, release the switch. If you come to a complete stop using the EPB, once you reach approximately 1.9 miles per hour or 3 kilometers per hour, the park brake will remain engaged. Your vehicle's electric park brake also features Safe Hold. Safe Hold is a safety feature that will engage the park brake automatically if the vehicle is left unsecured while the ignition switch is in run mode. For example, Safe Hold will automatically engage the park brake if the vehicle is at a standstill. There is no attempt to depress the brake pedal or accelerator pedal, the seatbelt is unbuckled, and the driver's door is open. If equipped, the electrochromic rearview mirror can dim automatically to adjust for headlight glare from vehicles behind you. You can turn this feature on or off using the button at the base of the mirror. This feature disables when you shift into reverse to improve your rear view. If equipped, your rear seat folds down for increased cargo capacity. From inside the trunk, pull the left and right side release levers, lower the rear seat head restraint, and move the seat belts out of the way so you have room to tilt the backrest. To fold the seat back up again, move the seat belts to the side so they're extended and not twisted or trapped behind the backrests. Then lift the backrests and push until you hear the latch click on both attachment mechanisms. You'll find your fuel filler door on the driver's side. To add fuel, make sure you're parked and stationary. Turn the ignition off. Push and release the center rear edge of the fuel filler door. The door will pop open. Remove the fuel filler cap and set it in the cradle so it doesn't scratch the finish. Once you've refueled, remove the nozzle and tighten the cap until you hear one click. To close the fuel filler door, simply push and release. The door will click into place. Please keep in mind, when you lock the vehicle doors themselves, this fuel filler door locks as well. In snowy conditions, ice could prevent the door from opening. If this happens, lightly push the outer edge of the door to break and clear away any icy buildup. Your gear selector shifts the automatic transmission into park, reverse, neutral, or drive. To shift into park, simply press the park button once from a complete stop. You'll find the park button on top of the gear selector. To shift into reverse, depress the brake pedal, push the gear selector button, and push the gear selector forward. To select drive from park, depress the brake pedal, push the gear selector button, then pull the gear selector back. You'll find the headlight control switch on the left side of the instrument panel. It controls your headlights, parking lights, daytime running lights, and rear fog lights. The headlight control switch defaults to the automatic headlight position, which automatically turns the headlights on or off depending on ambient light levels. A special dusk sensor activates your daytime running lights if ambient light goes dim but not dark. To activate your parking lights, with the ignition off, turn the headlight control switch to the second position. Your parking lights will stay on for 8 minutes, or until the ignition is turned on. If you'd like parking lights on just one side of the vehicle, set the switch to the parking light position. Then use the signal lever to choose the side you want to illuminate. To activate your headlights, turn the switch to the third position. To activate your rear fog lights, if equipped, push the button in the center of the headlight control switch. To deactivate them, push the button again or turn the headlights off. If equipped, you'll find the driver and passenger heated seat buttons on the climate control switch bank. The engine must be on before you can activate heated seats. Push the button once for minimum heating, twice for average heating, or 3 times for maximum heating. Push the button again and the level will lower to off in single-step increments. Or push and hold the button to turn the feature off. You can also push and hold the button to jump right to maximum heat. Your vehicle may be equipped with our convenient HomeLink system. HomeLink replaces up to 3 remote controls or handheld transmitters so you can operate devices such as garage door openers, motorized gates, lighting, or home security systems from the safety of your driver's seat. You'll find the HomeLink buttons on the sun visor. To start programming for a garage door opener, first make sure you're parked outside the garage. It's also recommended that you put new batteries in the handheld device you'll be programming. The HomeLink unit is powered by the vehicle's battery and does not require replacement. Then you'll want to reset the HomeLink system memory. To do this, simply push and hold the 2 outside buttons until the indicator light flashes. This could take up to 20 seconds. This procedure erases all 3 HomeLink button programs, so you'll only need to do it once. Do not erase all 3 channels when programming additional buttons. Now, before you program your HomeLink system, you'll need to determine the type of garage door opener you have. Go to the garage door opener motor in the garage. See if you can find the Learn or Train button, which is usually found where the hanging antenna wire connects to the garage door opener motor. It is not the same button normally used to open and close the door, and it may vary by name or color depending on the manufacturer. If you can find a Learn or Train button on the opener motor, then you're using a newer rolling code garage door opener, and programming will involve a few additional steps. If there is no Learn or Train button, that means you have an older, non-rolling code garage door opener. Once you know what type of opener you're using, you're now ready to program the HomeLink system. Here we go. Put the ignition switch in the on-run position, but don't start the engine. Hold the handheld transmitter 1 to 3 inches or 3 to 8 centimeters away from your HomeLink system. Now, simultaneously push and hold both the HomeLink button you want to program and the handheld transmitter button. Watch the HomeLink indicator light. It will flash slowly at first and then rapidly. It may take 30 seconds or more for the rapid flashing to occur. When it does, release both buttons. The garage door may open and close while you're programming. To check your programming, push and hold the just programmed HomeLink button and observe the indicator light. If the indicator light stays on continuously, then programming is complete, and the garage door should activate when the HomeLink button is pushed. At this point, if you have an older, non-rolling code garage door opener, you're done. Your HomeLink controls and garage door opener should now be in sync. If you have a rolling code garage door opener, here's where those additional steps come into play. Go to the garage door opener, and once again find the Learn or Train button. Firmly push and release it. You now have 30 seconds to return to the HomeLink system, so move quickly. Better yet, it might be good to have a second person standing by at the HomeLink system. Once there, push the HomeLink button you'd like to program twice. Hold the button for 2 seconds each time. If the opener is plugged in and activates, programming is complete. If it does not activate, push the button a third time for 2 seconds to complete the training. Please note that HomeLink will be disabled anytime an onboard security alarm is active. If you have any problems or require assistance, please call toll-free 1-800-355-3515. Meet Alfa Romeo Connect. This sophisticated next-generation infotainment system makes phone calls, provides information, consults maps, and keeps you entertained while you drive. Connect restores to its last state, on or off, each time you start the engine. To change this setting, see the Auto On radio preset under Settings. You'll find the system controls just below the shifter. Push and hold the on-off volume button. Turn the button to adjust the system's volume and tap it left or right to cycle through radio stations or media tracks. The rotary pad lets you navigate the Connect system menus. Turn it like a dial to scroll, tap it left and right to swipe through screens, or push down on the pad to confirm a selection or cycle through feature options. Move the rotary pad forward to open and close the multitasking menu, where you can choose between radio, media, phone, navigation, apps, and settings from anywhere in the system. Move the rotary pad toward the rear to open and close the radio presets bar. The top of the rotary pad serves as a touchpad in certain situations. For example, you can also pinch on the rotary pad to zoom in or out on certain screens. You'll find additional system controls on the steering wheel. They let you activate the phone, issue voice commands, turn the volume up or down, and cycle through radio stations or media tracks. Push the Option button to modify things like audio, which includes settings for EQ, speaker balance, speed-adjusted volume, and more. To return to the main menu at any time, push the Menu button left of the rotary pad. To play an external media source through your Connect system, select Media from the main menu or multitasking bar, then push down to select. If no device is connected, you'll be asked to connect one. If multiple devices are connected, select Source, then choose the kind of media you'd like to play. Select USB for devices connected via USB cable. Auxiliary devices are typically connected from the vehicle auxiliary port to the device's headphone jack. Bluetooth devices will need to be paired before you can play them. Once the media is connected and playing, you can use your controls to cycle through track lists. Push the on-off volume button to pause the current selection. Push it again to resume play mode. If equipped, to access the Connect system's map and navigation features, use the rotary pad to select navigation from the main menu or multitasking bar, then push down to select. To plan a route, choose Set Destination. Then choose your destination from the Recent or Favorite Destinations lists, or enter an address manually. Select the item to add, country, city, then type the desired name. The system will suggest completed words based on your input. Complete your entry or move the rotary pad to the right to enter the list of selections, or point to OK and push down on the rotary pad to select. Once the desired destination has been set, select Start Navigation. You can pinch in and out on the rotary pad to zoom in and out on the map. You can stop navigation, adjust your navigation volume, edit route, to choose alternative routes to your destination or view a full route preview. In the interest of safety and to reduce distractions while you're driving, always plan a route before you start driving. You can pick or change the radio station at any time, no matter what Connect system mode you're in. Tap the rotary pad toward the rear of the vehicle at any time to summon your favorite stations list. From there, pick the station you want. You can also enter radio mode from the main menu or multitasking bar, then select AM, FM, or Sirius satellite radio if equipped. Once in radio mode, you'll see a vertical menu on the left side of the screen. The first item opens your favorites. The next two items are arrows, which allow you to scan forward and backward through a frequency band. You'll find a list of stations, the Tune or Seek feature, and a visual frequency band. Just turn the rotary pad to select the menu item you'd like. You can also tap the on-off volume button left and right to cycle through stations. To program a favorite station preset, just tune to the station you'd like to program. Then tap the rotary pad toward the rear of the vehicle. Turn it to select the desired preset position. Then push down and hold the rotary pad. Your station will be programmed. The Connect infotainment system features 3 built-in apps made just for your vehicle: My Car, Efficient Drive, and User's Manual. To access these apps, use the rotary pad to select apps from the main menu or multitasking bar, then push down to select. My Car offers up a wide range of useful information pertaining to vehicle status. You can track your tire pressure, maintenance schedule, and oil level. Efficient Drive displays relevant statistics in terms of fuel use and fuel economy to help you modify your driving patterns for optimum efficiency. And User's Manual contains a searchable user guide. No more reaching for the glove box. Just search alphabetically to find topics by name, or dive into visual representations of your vehicle's interior and exterior to call up information about specific areas and components. You can customize virtually every system or feature your vehicle has to offer, and you can do it all via Connect. Select Settings from the main menu or multitasking bar. Choose the system category you want. From there, navigate to the feature you'd like to activate, deactivate, or adjust. Generally, you can make adjustments one of 2 ways. You can select the feature right on a submenu screen and push down on the rotary pad to cycle through available options. Or you can move the dial right into a dedicated feature menu and make your adjustments there. For example, you can choose lights to tweak headlight sensitivity, interior lighting, and more. Personalize the way Connect displays information using the Units and Language and Clock and Date menus. Safety lets you modify features like speed limiter and blind spot monitoring, while driver assistance accesses your rear-view camera, parking, and brake-related features. Other system categories include doors and locks, the instrument cluster, the Connect infotainment system itself, and more. You'll find your instrument cluster display issues important information and warnings about system operation and function. It's mounted on the instrument panel. You can access the information you want and make selections and adjustments. Push the menu button to access the main menu. You'll find the front reading map lights in the overhead console between the driver and passenger sun visors. Individual switches turn the driver side, center, and passenger reading map lights on or off. If any of these lights are left on by mistake when the engine is turned off, they'll shut off automatically after 15 minutes. If equipped, you can program your overhead lights to activate for a set period of time when the doors are opened, locked or unlocked, or after the engine is stopped. This can be done through your Connect system. You can also adjust the brightness of your instrument panel and control button graphics. Use the dimmer control just right of the headlight control switch. You can only adjust these lights when the daytime running lights or headlights are on. Exclusive technologies, dynamic performance, pure driving pleasure. The Alfa Romeo Giulia is a sports sedan unlike anything else in its class. This video will quickly introduce some of what your Alfa Romeo Giulia can do. Your key fob lets you unlock and lock your doors and open your trunk. Push and release the unlock button on the key fob once to unlock the driver door, or twice within 5 seconds to unlock all the doors. Push and release the lock button to lock all the doors. To unlatch the trunk, push the trunk button twice within 5 seconds. Your key fob also features an emergency key for entry if the key fob won't work. It's also handy for valet parking, or use it to lock the glove box and keep the emergency key with you while you're away. Find the finger grips on either side of the fob. Squeeze them together and lift the inner portion out. Then, lift the spare key from its cradle. Lane departure warning monitors your position within lane boundaries. The system relies on a forward-facing camera mounted on the windshield to monitor lane markings. Lane departure warning defaults to on and activates at freeway driving speeds as long as at least one lane marking can be detected. When you drift over a lane marker and no turn signal is activated, you'll hear a lane departure warning sound. If you continue to drift, the instrument panel display will illuminate on the left or right side to let you know where you've crossed the lane marker and to remind you to stay within the lane. Push the button on the end of the high beam turn signal lever to turn the system off. You'll find the multifunction lever on the left side of the steering wheel. It controls your high beam headlights and turn signals. To activate the high beams, with the headlight switch in the auto or on position, push the lever toward the instrument panel. An instrument panel indicator will let you know the high beams are on. To turn them off, push the lever toward the panel a second time. To let another driver know you'd like to pass, pull the lever toward you, then release it to flash the brights. If equipped, you can enable the automatic high beam feature through the Connect system. This feature can only be activated with the headlight switch in the auto position. To disable the feature, push the high beam lever toward the instrument panel again. And of course, you know to move the lever up to signal a right turn and down to signal a left. You can also press the turn signal lightly for a 5-flash lane change indicator. The Park Assist system uses sensors in the rear bumper to scan the area for obstacles behind you anytime you shift into reverse. If equipped, you may also find sensors on your front bumper. You'll hear an acoustic alert when the system detects an obstacle. And, if equipped, you'll also see a visual warning in the instrument cluster. To exit the visual warning, push the rotary pad. The acoustic alert will continue as long as an obstacle is detected. When you shift into a forward gear, the rear sensors deactivate and the front sensors stay on until you exceed 9 miles per hour or 15 kilometers per hour. You can use your Connect system to adjust the park assist warning. From the main menu, select Settings, then Driver Assistance, then Park Sense, Mode, and finally Sound Display. To turn the system off, push the park sensor's off switch. You'll find it beside the headlight control switch. Passive entry lets you enter, start, and shut off your vehicle without ever touching the key fob, as long as the key fob is on your person within 5 feet or 1.5 meters of the feature in use. To unlock either of the front doors, grab the handle and internal sensors will unlock the door automatically. To lock all the doors, push either of the lock buttons on the outside of the front door handles. Don't touch the unlock sensor inside the handle, or you might accidentally unlock the door. You can also lock the doors with the lock button on the interior door panel or with the lock button on the key fob. To start the engine, the passive entry key fob must be inside the vehicle, and the transmission must be in park. Push and hold the brake pedal while pushing the engine start-stop button, and you're good to go. To turn off the engine, come to a full stop. Put your foot on the brake, shift into park, then push and release the engine start-stop button. To use accessories without starting the vehicle, don't depress the brake pedal. Instead, just push the engine start-stop button once to enter the accessories or ACC position. From there, you can activate the radio, wipers, and windows. Push the button a second time to enter the on-run position so you can activate the instrument cluster and certain climate controls. Push the button a third time to return to the off-lock position. To access your phone through the Connect infotainment system, use the rotary pad to select Phone from the main menu or multitasking bar, then push down to select. When you place a call or when a call comes in, you'll hear the audio through your Connect system, and you'll be able to conduct your phone call hands-free. Audio from the radio or other media will mute automatically when a call is connected. To place a call, choose Recent Calls, Favorites, Contacts, or Dial from the left side vertical menu. Once a call is placed, you can also disable the microphone if need be. Select End Call when you're ready to hang up. You can adjust the outside mirrors using the knob on the driver's side door near the window controls. Use the knob to select the left or right side mirror. Then move the knob to adjust the mirror. Return the control knob to the neutral or O position to prevent accidental movement of the mirrors. If equipped with power folding mirrors, the mirrors will fold in when you lock the doors from the outside. They'll unfold to driving position when you turn the ignition on. You can also activate the folding mirrors with the power mirror control knob. Start from the neutral position and pull the knob toward the rear. To return the mirrors to driving position, pull the knob back again. If equipped, the rear backup camera is mounted on the rear of the vehicle, just above the license plate. When you shift into reverse, the rear camera image will appear on the Connect system screen so you can monitor the area behind you. Speed control lets you maintain a selected speed in continuous highway traffic. To activate cruise control, push the On/Off button on your steering wheel. An indicator light in your instrument cluster will let you know the system is active. Once the system is on, accelerate to the speed you want to maintain. Then, push and release the set switch up or down to set the speed. Take your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will cruise at the speed you've selected. To disengage the speed control, lightly depress the brake pedal. This will not erase your set speed memory. To resume set speed, accelerate to a speed close to the set speed. Then push and release the res or resume button. If you do want to erase the set speed memory, Push the on-off button or turn the engine off. On-off serves as the cancel button when speed control is active. To adjust your set speed while cruising, simply tap the set switch up or down. Push and hold the switch to adjust the speed until the switch is released. It is best to leave this system turned off when not in use. If equipped, stop-start can help save fuel and reduce emissions. The feature enables after every normal engine start. It shuts the engine down anytime you come to a complete stop, subject to certain requirements. The vehicle must be completely stopped, the shifter must be in a forward gear, and the brake pedal must be depressed. If these conditions are met, the engine will stop automatically during a vehicle stop. Power to the heater and air conditioning systems may be reduced. This may take some getting used to. Release the brake pedal to automatically restart the vehicle. When the vehicle is stopped, an icon will appear on the instrument cluster to let you know stop-start is active. For higher comfort, increased safety, and to reduce emissions, there are certain times when the engine won't stop despite the system being active. For example, if the driver's seatbelt is not buckled, if the driver door is not closed, or if the transmission is in reverse gear, the engine will not stop. If you've engaged auto heating or cooling and an acceptable temperature has not been reached, the engine will not stop. Stop-start will also not activate if the battery temperature is too warm or cold, or the battery charge is low. If the temperature control is set to full defrost mode at a high blower speed, the engine will not stop. Stop-start will also not activate if the engine has not reached normal operating temperature, or the vehicle brake pedal is not pressed with sufficient pressure. Other factors which can inhibit stop-start include accelerator pedal input, an engine temp that's too high, or a very sharp steering angle maneuver. If you wind up entering safe hold during an occurrence of stop-start, you'll need to release the parking brake before you can restart the engine. If there's a problem that requires dealer service, you'll see an icon when the vehicle is stopped. This is an automatic system, but you can turn it off manually if you'd like. Just push the stop-start button next to the headlight control switch. A light on the switch will let you know the system is off, and a message will appear on the display to let you know the system is deactivated. Push the button again to turn the system back on. The light on the switch will go out to let you know the system is back in automatic mode. Stop-start defaults to active every time you restart the ignition. Your Tire Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS, is a preventative safety feature that monitors pressure in your road tires. If tire pressure gets low, you'll hear an audible chime and the TPMS light will appear in your instrument cluster. This means one or more of your tires are underinflated and need to be inflated to the proper tire pressure. You'll find that information on the placard on the inside edge of the driver's side door. Even if the light turns on for a short time and then turns off, your tire pressure still needs to be checked. Remember, tire pressures change with air temperature change. Keep that in mind when you check tires inside a garage, especially in the winter. Tire pressure may increase from heat during operation. Do not reduce this normal pressure buildup or your tire pressure will be too low. Here's an important note though. Do not try to use the TPMS warning light as a tire pressure gauge, as it does not automatically turn off when proper pressure is returned to the tire. Once your tires are properly inflated, you might need to drive a bit to reset the system. In the city, you might need to drive above 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour for a preset period of time before the warning light turns off. The warnings might stay on, however, until all tires have been properly inflated. Here's hoping you'll never have to use it. But if you do get a flat tire, knowing how to use your tire repair kit system will get you back on the road quickly and safely. A quick note though, for more detailed information, including where the tire repair kit is stored on your vehicle, refer to the instruction manuals in your owner's information. Remember that roadside assistance may also be available. If you do get a flat tire, find a safe location, Park and turn on your hazard lights. Position the damaged tire so that the valve stem is near the ground. This will allow the tire repair kit hose to reach the valve stem with the kit flat on the ground. Make sure you're in park and turn the engine off. Put the kit on the ground next to the flat tire. Push the sealant bottle firmly down into the proper compressor holder. Unscrew the tire valve cap, take out the filler tube, and tighten the ring nut onto the tire valve. Make sure the power switch is in the off or O position. Plug the kit into the center console vehicle power outlet, then start the engine. Turn the power on. The kit will activate. Sealant and air will inflate the tire. Inflate the tire to the pressure indicated on the tire placard located on the driver's side B pillar or the rear edge of the driver's side door. If the pressure is not at least 26 psi or 1.8 bar, after 15 minutes, disengage the compressor from the valve and power outlet. Then move the vehicle forward about 5 tire turns to distribute the sealant inside the tire. Then repeat the inflation process. If you still cannot obtain a pressure of at least 26 psi or 1.8 bar within 15 minutes from the compressor switching on, do not drive the vehicle. The tire is too badly damaged and should not be driven on. When correct pressure has been reached, drive the vehicle for about 5 miles or 8 kilometers, stop, park, and recheck the tire pressure. If pressure is less than 26 psi or 1.8 bar, do not drive the vehicle. The tire is too badly damaged and should not be driven on. If a tire pressure of at least 26 psi or 1.8 bar is detected, inflate the tire to the correct pressure. Then drive immediately and with great care to an authorized dealer. Apply the adhesive label from the sealant bottle where it can be easily seen by the driver, as a reminder that the tire has been treated with a tire repair kit, as well as not to exceed the speed restriction for the treated tire. When unlocked, you can use the trunk lid release button to open the trunk lid from outside the vehicle. You'll find the button between the plate lights. Push it until you hear a click. You can also open the trunk lid with your key fob. Just push the external trunk lid release button twice quickly. When you open the trunk lid, the turn signal indicators will blink and the internal lights will switch on. When you close the trunk lid, or if the lid is left open for more than a few minutes, the lights will switch off automatically. To open the trunk lid from inside the vehicle, use the internal trunk lid release button. You'll find it under the dashboard near the engine hood lever. Push the trunk lid release button until you hear a click. To open the lid in an emergency, use the lever inside the trunk lid, just over the lock. Pull the lever as indicated by the arrow to open the trunk lid. The windshield wipers service position function lets you reposition your windshield wipers away from the glass for easier service. First, turn your windshield wipers off. Press the Start-Stop button to stop the engine. Then, push the multifunction lever up and hold it there for at least 3 seconds. The wipers will raise into service position. This allows for quick wiper blade replacement and inhibits ice and snow buildup during inclement weather. To deactivate the function, cycle the ignition on, issue a command with the multifunction lever, or drive at speeds above 3 miles per hour or 5 kilometers per hour. The feature also deactivates if you leave the ignition in stop for more than 2 minutes without raising the multifunction lever. You'll find the windshield wiper washer lever on the right side of the steering wheel. You can choose between 2 modes, manual or rain sensing. For manual mode, rotate the dial in the center of the lever up to the 3rd position for low-speed wipers. Rotate up to the 4th detent for high-speed wipers. To activate rain sensing mode, rotate the dial up to the 1st A position for less sensitivity. Rotate to the 2nd A position for higher sensitivity. Once you've selected the sensitivity level, a quick upward tap of the lever will activate this system. For a quick wipe cycle, push the wiper lever upward and hold for as long as wiping is required. Release the lever to stop the wipers. To activate the windshield washer, Pull the wiper lever toward you and hold. Release the lever to stop the washer fluid. The wipers will continue for 3 wipes before stopping. After 6 seconds, a final wipe will complete the washer function. This video is not intended to take the place of your owner's manual. For complete details and other important safety information, please see your owner's information.